Anna. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
This is my first time being on a channel, right?
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's so true. I had your kids on for Vlogmas. Guys, I'm going to leave all of Anna's YouTube details linked below. But I just kind of want to hop right into it.
Sure.
You've been in Ghana for almost a year.
Well, 1.5 years.
1.5 years. That is crazy. Tell me about that.
Yeah.
Can you just tell me about that?
Ghana is like a roller coaster ride. You go in smoothly, you check everything around, you're like, wow, this place is beautiful. And all of a sudden, bam! And then you go up again, and then you go down.
It's a roller coaster ride. That 100%. Why does it fall? Tell me. Talk me through that.
Okay, so I think my biggest problem here is that finding the level of comfortability within your household, like the normal amenities we have in the Netherlands, in let's say inside of a house. I don't really mind of the outside, but I just need my house to be peaceful.
Yes,
I like my house to be very comfortable. I like everything to work. I like everything to have a place.
You don't get that here.
To have that in Ghana, you pay like crazy amounts of money. So our normal basic standard of life here is high-end luxury. And for me, growing up in that basic normal standard, downgrading yourself is very difficult. Like, I'm not a millionaire, right? You know, YouTube doesn't pay me enough to pay $5,000 a month. But then it's that comfortability that I want. That makes it go down. But as for the rest, Ghana is so nice.
So tell me about the high moments then. So while we're talking about how the lows are basically coming home and not having the basic stuff. Your lights are going off, you know. Sometimes the water isn't flowing. I get that.
One time I plugged in, there was water coming out. I was just screaming like, that's so dangerous.
Yeah, of course. We're glad you're here to tell us the tale.
The biggest high was, I have never in my life been around black people only. I was always looking for that homely feel, like where do I belong, right? Being mixed race. I have white family who are very, very nice, but they don't look like me. They don't talk like me. They don't act like me. Coming home to Ghana, I feel like my soul is at home. That's the best way I can explain it.
That is so beautiful. Talk about that a little bit more, about growing up mixed race in the Netherlands.
It's tough. It's really tough. I grew up in a very predominant white neighborhood. Like my mom, she was a single mother. I never really noticed that we didn't have a lot of money, but we didn't really have a lot of money. But my mom just made sure that everything is set. Like, I grew up living as a princess, basically. Anything I want, she'll not give it to me straight away, but she'll work towards me getting it. When I came home from school, she would set me down, talk with me how my day was, have a cookie, have tea, go play outside with my friends. So I had a very comfortable upbringing. But the part that I was lacking was knowing who I was, because I would never fit in. I would be the girl, like my mom is white, right? And you see my hair, she would not know how to handle my hair. So most of the time my dad would just cut it off, because he said, oh, in Ghana we do that too, so let your mom rest. She doesn't know how to handle your hair. And that would do something to me, because then people ask me, are you a boy or a girl? Why is your hair short? Why don't you do this with your hair? I didn't have anybody to look up who looked like me. And then you don't have that on TV. You don't have that around you. People in school, they will ask me questions like, is it coming off? Can you scratch? Stupid questions. But then that's what kids do.
It almost goes a step further way in a country that celebrates blackface.
Yes,
you know,
that was a big part, especially that time of celebration when it came about. So when I was young, let's say 4 to 5, 6, I was very timid as a child. But because a lot of people bullied me, I grew up to be very tough. I would be the kid who would get everybody together during this. We just come together, be a clique. If anybody talks to me, I'll just punch you in the face, get the fuck out of me, right? I will be so angry. If teachers come up to me and say that, oh, your hair's already curly, you don't need to wear the black face wig, I would just spit in their face, don't come and tell me shit. Who are you, right?
Of course.
I was so angry as a teenager.
I'd be upset. Wow. And so coming to Ghana, that really was it was much deeper than just, come to discover where my dad is from. It was like
much deeper than that. When I grew up, I lived in Amsterdam. So living in Amsterdam is like a very multicultural city. So while I grew up in a very white neighborhood, when I was old enough to like travel by myself, go places, I noticed that there's a lot of people who look like me. They just don't live in my area, but there's a lot of people who look like me.
In Amsterdam, you're meeting different people, and then you meet somebody who's also mixed race, who's also from Ghana.
I knew from the get-go that I want to marry somebody who's mixed race, and who's also mixed race Ghanaian. I just knew that, I think for me, I would like if I find somebody who's very close to me, who had a very close upbringing to you.
So you finally meet Kevin. Similar in your upbringing in the sense that, half of your family is white, half of your family is black. Then he's Ghanaian as well.
Which was really cool. But my thing was that, so I really fell in love with Kevin, him as a person, right? But then the thing was that he didn't know any Tree, which I thought, I will marry somebody who will speak Tree. When we got together and we got settled and I got pregnant with Sophie, we had to look for a house. Finding a house within Amsterdam was just not within our budget. We went to the suburbs of Amsterdam. And in the suburbs, I've noticed that there's a lot of white people again. But I thought, it's 20-something, 2012, Ghana. Their mindset was gone. Sophie was in daycare, everything. I didn't notice any racism. Just a little from time to time. When I changed my hair, people ask me, your hair is different again. That type of question. But it was okay.
I relate so much. Oh my God, because I studied in England and I'm in a very white space. So every single time, you don't have to tell me my hair is nice if it's not nice. Sometimes it's not nice. So
when she got to school age, I've noticed that she's coming home with the same feelings that I had, asking herself why she's not more like her brother. We have 2 kids. Micah is 5 and Sophie is 8. So Micah looks a little bit different, he's very white on the outside, and he took after Kevin's mom, I think, a lot. So that skips a generation. Micah has blonde hair, a little bit bluish green eyes, while Sophie has brown eyes and brownish hair with curls. She started saying that, maybe if I have hair like Micah, I will have more friends. Maybe if I straighten my hair, I'll have more friends.
And she would come back home and she'd tell you that?
And then I just saw myself in her. And I didn't want her to grow up being that resentful kid like how I was. I wanted her to feel very proud of who she is. You need to be black and you're proud. Proud of your blackness. But how am I transferring that to her when I didn't really get that as well? So that's when I talked to Kevin and said, we need to do something about it. We need to take her to the root. That's when we said, let's try and take a leap year off of our lives and move to Ghana. Just as a family, we'll all try and learn about the culture. But we initially only came for 8 months to a year.
Couple months later,
then COVID made us stuck, And while we were in our house, in our swimming pool, having fun every day, sure, we were on lockdown, but we were chilling. So we said, no, we're not coming back. Maybe we should try and stay in Africa.
Of course. And then, so how does that now switch from we must stay in Ghana to, let's start a YouTube channel?
The YouTube was already something that we started. Sophie, ever since she knew how to handle the iPad, she's saying, I'm going to be a YouTuber. I'm going to do YouTube. I said, baby girl, we don't have nothing to talk about. You need something to talk about when you do YouTube. So when we made the decision to actually go to Ghana, we said, why don't we let her vlog and then we give it to grandparents, right? When we started saying that, we're going to live in Ghana for a year, people were asking the dumbest question, which got me so angry. What if your kids die from malaria? Is it safe to live in Ghana? What if you don't have any food? What do you use for drinking water? Those questions just got me agitated. And that really got something into me to say that, why don't you try also vlogging and showing people this is life in Ghana? Because I knew Ghana coming as a kid here. But so many people don't know. So here I was, me having zero experience with camera, just showing people hello, this is the shopping center. We have this. There's Nivea, we have washing powder, we have everything. Don't ask me stupid questions. So that's how it started basically. And it grew into something that I really love doing. I'm really happy to show people. I'm really happy to make these videos. And I'm really happy from the response.
Okay, so I remember going to summer camp in England. And this guy comes up to me and he's like, have you ever seen a lion before? This white blonde. And I'm like, have you ever seen a lion before? He said yes. And I said, yes. So I've also seen a lion. I said, where did you see a lion? And he said, the zoo. And I said, so what the heck do you think I've seen a lion? Because clearly I've not seen a lion watching it. And I went off on this guy, right? At the same time, I understand that parts of these dumb questions are fueled by what the media says about Africa and all of these things. Now I answer the questions with a bit more grace, with a bit more level of educating people. When people ask you, oh, how will I cream my body if I'm in Africa, if my cream runs out? Are you still as upset?
I'm still as upset. So my response is, oh, just watch my video. I don't blame people as much because Western media has created this image of Africa, and they know why they're doing that, because they want to oppress Africa. But Africa's response was also not good, because why are they not making content to show the world what it's really like? And I think African people in general are very secluded and not very open to share their daily lives, and they maybe have their own reason for it. Vloggers, YouTubers, content creators right now are really showing another picture, and that helps. But 5-10 years ago, there were no vloggers and content creators, so how would people know? So now I feel like you need to educate yourself and know that Africa is not what it's really like. But then young people, by all means, know that, okay, Africa is not as it is. But then older generations, they might not really know how to use social media, so they might still have that mindset. So for them, I'm a little bit calm and just laugh it off. But if a young person comes and tell me, like, do you ride a donkey? No, sometimes I need to, like, hold my hand.
Do you ride a donkey? Wow. I feel like your channel has been on a journey. Right? I feel like you are like the main driving force, anchor of this Acheampong family. Let's say the kids grow older and they're like, Mom, you know what?
Let me do it.
Yeah. It could go two ways. It could go, Mommy, yes, please, can I do my own thing? I don't want to be a family channel anymore. Or it could be, Mom, keep that camera out of my face.
Yes.
Are we seeing an Anna channel?
I'm really not sure, and I think that also depends on the viewers. The study that I did and the work that I'm about to go and do when I move back, I would still want to work in that field. No matter how many money I make or how many viewers I get, I just feel like this is something I'm very good at, and I feel this is very needed, and I feel also a lot of more color needs to be involved in that type of work.
100%.
So I feel a responsibility of going to do my job.
A creator of color, and you know.
No, not a creator. The opposite, being a social worker. So that is my job, working in youth protection and child protective services.
And there's not enough people of color
not at all.
in those spaces.
Not at all. And I notice I'm very good at that job. So I feel a responsibility of going to do that job when I move back to the Netherlands. I'm 1 foot in the Netherlands, 1 foot in Ghana. You see, that comfortability that I'm looking for, I don't have that money to pay right now. But I still need that to find peace in my life. Is the Acheampong family staying in Ghana or moving back? Like, this is the first.
This is an exclusive. There's levels to this. You know, everybody might be watching this on the other side thinking life is perfect. These are the real life situations where you need to consider and all of these different things.
Let me tell this to the camera. Social media is not real. It is just not real. No matter how much I share with my life, I'm very open. I'm very real. I show you. But I cut out the pieces that I don't want you to see. We are very particular in what we show, especially with the kids. Like, we don't show everything. They didn't choose this life. So whatever happens, I will keep taking our followers along, because I just feel there's a responsibility. They have been following us and supporting us for so long. So whatever happens, I will take them along in that journey. But I will not show them our day-to-day life in the Netherlands like I've shown it in Ghana. Because there's a privacy issue there. If I post where my house is, where my kids go to school, me being the person that might take a kid out of their household because of safety reasons, their parents might feel like, nah, if you're gonna place my kids out of my home, I'm gonna do something to your kids, and then Google where I live and where my kids go to. I'm not gonna show you that. You need to be really careful.
Exactly. Like on a minor scale, would be my hacking onto my Instagram. This is real. This is very real. When you were in the Netherlands, you were a student. But you were also juggling school and being a mother and a wife and being like a housewife at that. And then you come to Ghana and suddenly you're still a student, you're still a mother and a wife. And then you're doing entrepreneurship. And I'm saying you're working hours from like 9 to 1 a.m.
You know, life doesn't come as predicted. I should have already finished my study when Micah came. But because of complications in my pregnancy, I am still studying, basically. First, we were like holding off going to Ghana because I wanted to finish. But then life is already starting. So I said, no, let's just go to Ghana and I'll finish it there. Then we were looking for a house, looking for school, trying to settle, and I couldn't focus. And then all of a sudden we have a pandemic and I couldn't focus. And now I'm like, what am I going to do with my life? And I can't focus. So there needs to come a point where I'm just going to put everything on pause and just go and finish my school. Yeah, that's very important to me. Yeah. My dream as a young girl was always to start a family. So I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I wanted to have that time like my mom had, to come home, sit down. How was school, baby? How were you doing? That's what I wanted. It was my dream. I think I got very lucky in finding a husband who wanted to provide that for me. But at some point, I just felt like, so am I just gonna be a mom? Like, that's it? They say it's mom guilt. So I didn't want to work because I feel like financially I don't have to work. Why don't I stay with the kids? And when I came to Ghana, I just felt freedom. Like, it was just like...
And it's the fact that everybody's pitching in, right, to help, and it's very homey, and it's like you don't have to do it all by yourself.
And I just felt like, wow, I can actually let go. I don't have to always dress my kids. I don't have to always bathe my kids. And that also helped physically because I still have that physical problem with my hips from my cast birth. So it really taught me to like let go as a mom and not micromanage everything that you're doing. And that gave me like
the freedom
to do something other than being a mom. I think coming to Ghana gave me the freedom to be Anna, or to find out who's Anna.
That is so beautiful. Thank you so much. Like this has been such a nice and beautiful and wholesome conversation.
Thank you.
I'm sure the Mibuke farm wishes you all the best on whatever the next steps are. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm leaving all the link to the Acheampong Family in the description box.
Thank you.
Bye.
I just might be a black Bill Gates in the making.